Welcome to the gym. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Strength Classroom. Today, I'm showing you a max effort upper body workout. Going with my incline. I don't know why I called it my incline. Going with incline bench. Here's my final warm up, 225. And I've been doing a lot of jumps, hops, whatever you want to call them lately. Number one, it's fun. I feel like a kid when I do it. Number two, I want to get a little bit more springy, a little bit less stiff. And it doesn't have to be like these max effort, huge box jumps. Just even doing stuff like this in between your warm-up sets of a pressing exercise go a long way. Even though technically that doesn't fit the upper body mold, but who gives a shit? It's not going to interfere with my other training. So I'm doing 3 cluster sets. Stay tuned. There's a whole video based on cluster sets coming up. Someone asked for it. And if you subscribe to my membership on YouTube, if you give me a video request, I will make that priority. Even if you tip a comment, which someone did, which was more than generous. I still can't believe someone did that. If you float me a couple of bucks as a thank you, I will basically make your video a priority. I will skip all the other videos, even though I have some in the queue ready to go. I will switch them around and yours will be released as quick as possible. I feel like that's my way of saying thank you for your small, large, medium, whatever contribution. So I'm going with a 3-2-1 rep scheme. That was 250, and now we have 255, and then we're going to go to 260. Now I recommend when you do clusters, you try to rest no longer than 20 to 30 seconds. You could tell by my breathing here, it's sped up. My movements are not that herky-jerky. I like to count to either 10 or 15 seconds, like a count, and it should be 30 whole seconds by then. Anytime I look back up at the stopwatch, I notice that's pretty good. So I feel like what a regular second is, I count a little bit fast. I would say most people count fast unless you're going abnormally slow. And so that's what I suggest, 20 to 30 seconds rest when you're doing cluster sets like this. And this is just a way to get more reps with a similar weight, but not resting forever. Like I easily can do 20 singles and rest 3 minutes between each one, but that's going to take a long time and it's not going to be dense. The whole point is to be dense. So you want to be like somewhat fatigued between each cluster set. So that's why the 20 to 30 seconds is a good recommendation to have. You almost want it to feel like one set. Now, what I like about clusters specifically to replace max effort work is it gives you the ability to make lightweight feel hard. So you don't have to always be testing yourself and going for these max singles. So that's just another method that you can throw in for max effort. And you're using less overall load, so that's less wear and tear on your joints and easier to recover from in a sense. So that's why I like putting clusters on max effort days. So that was my third set. Then I had an, I guess, superset, you want to call it. I bounced back and forth. We have kettlebell cleans, 97 pounds for 5 each arm. And then I supersetted that. I went back and forth. You could see in the background, my attachment is already set up with weighted dips. I'm really liking the cardiovascular, the explosive, and all the benefits I'm getting from training with kettlebells. I wouldn't make it my primary training unless I absolutely had to, but they are definitely a well-oiled tool that you can add to any routine regardless of goal, just because they're so versatile. So I did 2 sets and I got with 60 pounds and I got 19 reps total. I find weighted dips are incredibly hard for me to grind out, and especially my pecs get super pumped during weighted dips. So combined with the pump, it's really hard for me to grind them out. So there you go. I just went back and forth, bing, bang, boom. What I also like about the kettlebell cleans is the kettlebell like crashes into your shoulder. Unlike a regular clean where it's like the bar, it's very thin. So to me, a kettlebell clean is a little bit more sport specific, like for football. Sure, you're absorbing a lot of weight with a clean, and I'm not saying a kettlebell clean is better than a barbell clean, but more surface area is crashing into your body. And that to me feels a little bit more sport specific. So then I up the kettlebell. That's how I attached it. You can see it right there at the bottom. I put an 80-pound kettlebell and I did 2 sets of about 6. Once again, I was just pumped to shit. So I did 4 sets of each, 4 sets of the cleans, 4 sets of dips. And then I'm doing these barbell rows and I'm trying to be as damn near as strict as possible on the floor. I'm trying to engage with my upper back and lats, as opposed to some people, including myself, will have the tendency to like deadlift it off the floor and then row, whereas you can see I'm kind of engaging off the floor and then my lower back moves, which is definitely a positive. I don't believe I've ever done 275 for 8, especially not this strict, which is really good. And I don't think I've done it for 1 set, let alone 2. So I'm really excited with how much I'm being able to row around this time, because I think a 3-plate row fairly strict would be pretty badass in my opinion. I didn't think I would ever be able to do that in strict fashion. Let me get in the comment, let me guys know how strict barbell rows. These are definitely not 10 out of 10 strict like pendule, but I almost believe sometimes rows like this can be even superior to a pendule, because I am fully stretching out my arms and I am fully retracting them. So sometimes what we consider to be perfect form is not exactly perfect. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think of my form here. If you were consider like 8 out of 10 strict, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I hope I'm not overselling myself. I hope you guys aren't going to say like 5 or 6 out of 10. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Then I did some sandbag passes with the carries. I like doing weighted carries on upper body days. I don't know why. I would say if you asked 100 people, I'd say maybe 80% of them would say they prefer it on a lower body day just because it's more core dominant. But I like how I get the arms involved, the chest involved, the upper back involved, the core involved, which to me the core is technically part of your upper body. And then I finished off the workout with a set of 100 with band pushdowns straight, no matter how much it burns. This is great for the tendons, great for muscular endurance, great for building your arms. And although it's not going to be a huge, big mass builder, it will contribute to the size of your arm. Sorry, this is my heavy day, so I did 50 reps here. I misspoke over there. So I put a little bit of a heavier band than I would on my dynamic day and only do 50 reps straight. But it's a really good method to build up your arms. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do less arm work than normal, or less isolation arm work than normal, and add this in on both of my workouts and see how my arms respond in addition to my elbow health. Here's the breakdown for the workout, and as always, have yourself a great day, ladies and gentlemen.